New Heights Middle School is located in the Mahalia Jackson campus in the Crown Heights area of Brooklyn, New York. The demographics are 90% black, 8% Hispanic, 1% white, and 1% Asian. 90% of students receive free or reduced lunch. The New Heights Middle School team of English teachers are dedicated to providing our scholars with quality interventions, be it at home or in person during the 2020-2021 school year. After reviewing our iReady diagnostic data in September, we saw that 87% of our student population was reading below grade level. We attributed this large number of scholars reading below grade level in part to the remote learning that occurred the previous year during the 2019-2020 school year and the global pandemic. We decided on the curriculum to use for our interventions to be the Strategic Adolescent Reading Intervention, S.T.A.R.I program, because of a few reasons. One, it targeted the things that our scholars needed: reading comprehension and fluency practice. It was research-based to have success, and we really liked that it included culturally relevant text. Right now it came time to implement the program. We started remote, so we started with implementing the program using Google Classroom. We started with a teacher-facing Google Classroom site to store all the links and resources and PDF trackers and all the things we were going to use in the shared lesson plans during the S.T.A.R.I teaching remotely. We even began using the Zoom application. Another thing we like to do when creating a Google Classroom is to make a nice customized header. So I used the Canva application to create my header for the Google S.T.A.R.I Classroom, and it came together kind of nice. Put the logo for the school and the S.T.A.R.I logo and some stars in the background. So that was how we updated the teacher-facing site. I then utilized the Pixton site so my scholars could make avatars that resembled themselves just to make the stream more fun in our S.T.A.R.I Google Classroom. And this is the student-facing Google Classroom page for scholars to access all the learning materials they need for S.T.A.R.I under the classwork page. They also have a link to where they sign into the Zoom here. Now it came time to prepare the first lessons. S.T.A.R.I was really made for in-person, so we had to convert it into Google Slides. So at this point, I was eager to begin the curriculum, but my team members, Mrs. Simpson and Ms. Anderson, reminded me that let's ease the scholars into this. Let's get to know each other. This is a new group, so let's do some Who Am I activities with the first week. Let's get familiar with using Zoom, and that's kind of how we first started to roll it out. We wanted scholars to be comfortable in this class and understand how this class is there to support them, to be building their skills and skills that they need to be successful. At the same time, our school is also implementing professional learning around using Pear Deck, so we did a lot of slides with Pear Deck. Finally, it was time to start the curriculum, and we took the PDF of the lesson plans and the workbooks and we converted them into these nice user-friendly Google Slides. Besides Google Slides, we also utilized Google Docs when scholars conducted interviews on the Zoom breakout rooms. And we also used Google Sheets when scholars had to track their fluency and their words per minute. They were able to put it right in their tracker. So in February 2021, we switched to in-person learning, and our dream team got broken up as Ms. Anderson had to switch to full-time in-person and could no longer fit S.T.A.R.I in her schedule. However, Mrs. Simpson and I were able to continue teaching S.T.A.R.I. The difference was Mrs. Simpson continued teaching her S.T.A.R.I group remotely and creating Pear Deck slides like the one you see here, while I was now teaching my S.T.A.R.I group in person. So teaching S.T.A.R.I in person is when I really get a chance to get scholars consistently participating and engaged in the S.T.A.R.I curriculum, and it was something some of them really looked forward to. I also just wanted to really quickly shout out Sharon Flake like I did on social media a few months ago, and I exchanged some messages with her, and she's just been very supportive of our class, reading her books as part of our S.T.A.R.I curriculum, and she actually encouraged me to get the Scholars The Life I'm In sequel to The Skin I'm In, and many of them read that book as well. In a recent focus group, one of our scholars had this to say about the S.T.A.R.I intervention program at New Heights.
What has been an academic challenge this school year? This has been a very unique school year. What has been a challenge for you?
ELA.
ELA?
That's been a challenge for me because in elementary, I haven't been doing so much good in ELA. So I actually do iReady like twice a day, and I go to S.T.A.R.I, so I get like twice better at ELA.
Okay.
And now my ELA is actually improving.
The strength of the S.T.A.R.I program at New Heights Middle School has really lied in its partner work and collaboration and partnership between peers, be it discussing the texts,
So that Troy actually did it.
Yeah, but see, Malika doesn't cause problems. I think Malika would not follow my advice because if she would have listened to Taylor, for Taylor what made sense, he was like, he said don't mess with her or nothing because she's a bad influence and stuff.
But I
would say the same thing.
I would tell Malika, it's not worth it, you know, you don't want to get in trouble like that, you know. And I think she would have listened. You know, she needed the clothes.
Do you think she had a choice or not?
I think she had a choice.
She didn't have a choice.
She could have, but like it connects to the question up here that says
or doing fluency checks.
take your advice. Like,
Ready? 3, 2, 1, begin.
I was thinking it would be a joke or plan or something fun. Instead, best friend was dropping him. The next day in school, nobody was sitting just people lost in midway. She did a tiny mistake in math class. It was before something happened. But instead, this was an act of relationship. Was dropping him. The next day in school, it can include spreading gossip from a lunch.
this was an act of relational or
And that summarizes how New Heights Middle School implemented the Strategic Adolescent Reading Intervention S.T.A.R.I program this 2020-2021 school year. If you enjoyed this video, check out my Learning with Mr. Mercaldo handle on Instagram or my Learning with Mr. Mercaldo vlog that's coming out online this summer.